So we all know what FOMO is, the fear of missing out. We've all felt it at some point.
Some of us have felt it more than others.
Yeah, sure. And now there's a new survey from Yelp's Eat24. They surveyed 2,000 adults ages 18 to 54, and they found that there's a new thing called POMO, which is the pleasure of missing out. Okay, that's some bullshit like application slogan shit for them. But anyway, what the important thing about this is that 55% of people said they make excuses to get out of attending social gatherings some of the time, and more than 16% say they do it often.
Yeah.
This hits home to me a lot.
I was gonna say, this is you.
This is me. This is me.
This is what you do.
I can't help it. I'm socially awkward, and like having an engagement by like going out with people, it triggers a lot of anxiety in me. I can't believe I just said triggers.
Yeah.
Hassan's gonna beat my ass for saying that.
Yeah, he is.
But it's true. Like I don't know.
I think you have POMO.
Yeah.
Hassan has FOMO.
No. I get both though. So FOMO. I get FOMO because I don't want to go out to large gatherings often, and I will make excuses not to go out. But then once I don't, and I see people's social media, I get FOMO. It's like the worst kind. I'm like,
so at first you're like, POMO, not gonna have to get dressed up. I can watch.
I love getting dressed up too. I just
you do.
I just think in my head, so I'm gonna go to this thing. There's gonna be a lot of people there. Like I know maybe like a couple of them, but then I have to talk to people I don't know, and I have to like have conversations. And like, how do you do that? How do you have conversations with people you don't know in like a limited amount of time? Like I overthink all these things, and I get anxiety. And I'm just like, you know what, fuck it. I'd rather just stay home and play Overwatch or order takeout, which is what people do.
I was gonna say, I was like, this is, again, brought to you by Yelp and Eat24, so they want you to stay in and order food. They wanted the results to, to make us believe in POMO. However, I do believe in POMO, whether or not this study is a little bit skewed or not. I think that we know people in our lives.
You're an outgoing person though, so this doesn't really apply to you, does it?
Sometimes, like I will say that I look forward to a good night in. I look forward to it so hard. I will plan what I'm gonna order out from Yelp or Eat24. No, just kidding, I use Grubhub. Or Postmates, because I used to be a delivery driver for them. No, I do look forward to a good night in, but I also love getting out. And especially since I've pretty much stopped drinking in the new year. That was a New Year's resolution that
How's that been going?
Yeah, I can count on probably on one hand the number of times I've drank in the new year. And I love going out more because I can enjoy when I go out. I can drive myself places. I can check out all these really cool bars. I love going out sometimes by myself, which I know sounds very weird. Yeah,
Good
I like
for
going
you
out
that
to
you
just a really
the balls to do
cool new spot, just going rogue on my own. I love going out sometimes just with my girlfriend to a new spot. I love going out with just friends and dancing until 3 in the morning. So yeah, this was a study that doesn't necessarily apply to me, but I think a good night in and the pleasure of, maybe not the pleasure of missing out, but the pleasure of your own company and a good show and some good food, or just taking your dog for an extra long walk at night with a good music on, I like everything.
Yeah, no, that's good.
I just love going out. I love staying in. I love being around people. I love being by myself.
You're the minority, and bless your heart. And I'm super jealous that you can do that and you feel good about it. But so over a third of the people that they polled, they said they don't go out because when they do, they experience anxiety and stress.
Okay.
And almost 30% feel disappointed by going out in the first place.
Oh, I think in LA especially, there are some times where this is very true.
And you know what's funny? Like, the more I think about it is like, if there's like 55% of people, like they say they try to get out of it, so that's like a big percent. So a lot of these people that are going out still, they don't want to go out. So you have like a bunch of people at the club that don't even want to fucking be there.
I would say most people you talk to.
And that's funny because like when I go to the club, a lot of times like people are just shitty. And it's because they don't want to be there either. Like we all don't want to be there, so we're all just like standoffish and just like uncomfortable. Yeah, but we're told like this is what is fun when you're a 20-something. Such a weird construct.
And also people will talk up parties like, let's go to X club because they have it's this night. It's Catface night. It's themed this night. Why is it Catface night?
Catface night was, were you there at Catface night? night for DBA.
Yeah, Cat Face was really
That was
fun.
a lot of fun. That was like one of the first times.
But imagine describing it to someone who doesn't want to go out. If that person doesn't want to go out, the fact that the door guy comes around to the long ass line and draws a cat face on you with whatever you use as like softball eye black is not going to make your night any more fun if you do not already want to be there.
Yeah.
Oh, yay! Like I wasn't having fun before, but now that I have black smear on my face, tiny.
Yeah.
Like no. If you don't want to go out, you shouldn't feel like you have to go out.
In all seriousness, though, I feel like this problem maybe didn't exist 20 years ago, and like a lot of it is a symptom of all this shit that we can do at home. That like we have lost the ability to like feel uncomfortable in a different setting because we know like all of our devices, all of our Netflix and TV and ordering food that just. Not only it feeds yourself, but it feeds your ego too.
Yeah.
So like you don't need to.
Why would you leave?
Why would you leave?
I can
Why would
laugh.
you need to go talk to other people who you feel you're gonna be judged by when you can just stay at home and no one's gonna
You're
judge
not
you
going to be
and
judged.
you're gonna feel
you can
good
have a
about
laugh.
yourself.
You can have a cry. You
Yeah.
can watch something entertaining. You don't need to do anything.
And you're good. And that's probably a problem with our society
For
and our
sure.
culture, right?
Yeah, I think it absolutely is. I think this stuff is real, but I think that there are amazing things out there if you just give it a chance. But you also shouldn't feel forced to give anything a chance if you don't want to.
I would say though that it's important to put yourself out into uncomfortable situations. That's the only way you can grow.
That's
And
true.
even I'm a pretty introverted person. I moved out to LA. For the first year I just stayed at home and ordered takeout and like played video games like a fucking savage. But then like I told myself like, look, I need to get out there. I need to make myself uncomfortable because if I don't, then what are you doing? Like life is about sometimes being uncomfortable and then overcoming that and becoming comfortable in those situations. I actually still am not comfortable going out and stuff, but I do it. Like I force
do.
myself.
It's
And
always
that's
a
the
pleasant
important part.
surprise.
Yeah.
Whenever I see that you're out, I'm like, oh, Amir's here.
Yeah.
And not like, oh, Amir's here. He's going to be a Debbie Downer. Because
Yeah.
when you do go out, you really make the effort.
Yeah. And like people who are loners, they die sooner too. I didn't want to die sooner.
What?
Yeah, it's science.
Oh,
Don't be
shit.
alone.
My dog is a
Go
loner.
out with other people, make friends, as hard as it is, and as shitty as people are, just do it.
Hey, do you want to be our friend? Do you want to go out with us? Let us know in the comment section below, and we will see you next time on Pop Sugar.